Hi there, welcome to my channel today. I hope you're doing good. Today I'm working on some embellishments, hoop embellishments. They're for a swap that I'm in. It was called a 3D swap, so you could make like a multitude of different things, but I had these hoops in my stash and I'd always wanted to make an embellishment. I'd seen around that people make embellishments with them, so I thought I'd give it a try for this swap. So I just happened to get these at a garage sale, these little hoops, and I think you can buy them at like Hobby Lobby and some other places. So they're just little wooden hoops. I don't even think they're very big. Let's see, these are just like a little over 4, like 4 1/4. So what I did was I got some Rosie Studio, my ruler wants to fall over. I got some Rosie Studio paper and backed it with that, and the paper was too thin, so I glued it onto some cardstock, and then I took the ring and I set it down, and I took a pencil and I just went around and made the shape, and then I cut it out. And then for the pocket, I made another circle with using this as a template, and then I cut it in half on some different pattern paper. So that's how I made, and then I just glued it using what I use art glitter glue to glue it to the wood, because some glues might work on wood, some might not. And when I came to the cute little trim, I used fabric tack, and I'd gotten this multicolored trim from Temu where it goes along and then it changes color into yellow. So I thought that would be fun. I think it turned out cute. And then it actually, when you do this, it actually makes a little pocket. So that's without anything in the pocket. You can tuck all kinds of little things in the pocket. And I used a couple little flat backs in pink, and then in pearl color, and then a couple of the water drops, and then a puffy silver heart. So I think that turned out really cute. Oh, and I made one mistake, guys. If you do this, you'll notice that my teacups in my pattern paper are upside down. So you want to make sure that when you do this that you get them turned right if you have pattern paper that has an object in it. So on this one, I got them right side up. So a tip. So we're gonna finish this one up here on this video. I glued it most. I just left a little bit. This wasn't too hard. This trim went around here pretty nice and easy. It wasn't very hard to put on here. And all I did was put a little line of fabric tack and then press it down, and it went on pretty easy. And then you get some fussy cuts or your die cuts that you buy that are already cut out. So what I'm using, some Rosie Studio die cuts, and you embellish the front. So you just press it down. It stays pretty good. There you go. I was even thinking that if you wanted to, you could use your metallic gold or silver pen and run it over that or on the inside a little bit. So I'm going to put this back in here because I think I'm going to send that with that pocket there when I do my swap. Got to put the lid back on here. We're going to have a mess. So on this one, I had a couple little die cuts. Oh, and then I layered them. I like lifted them, so you'll see. So I thought I'd put that one there. And this took me like 30 minutes to decide on this arrangement. But I'm not going to spend all that time with you guys trying to arrange things. So first we're going to put the butterfly down. We want it where we want it here, and then we're going to put the next one on some foam to give it some depth. So let's look where we want it. We want it like a little bit from there and a little bit from there. You know, maybe we'll just go like this. That way we leave it in place. Sometimes when you set stuff up to begin with, and then when you set it back down again, you get it all out of place from where you really wanted it. So this time we're going to do it this way. So I hope you guys are having a good crafting day. I hope you're making something that's coming out really good. And this one we're going to put on some foam. So I got some bigger ones here. Let's see, we're going to set it here so the foam will come from there down. We won't want it up there on the top because it's sticking out over the edge. So go like this and like this. And I got some really little ones, some tiny little squares here. So I'm going to put one little one over here. I was going to use a Dollar Tree foam for this and cut, but it takes me a while, so I thought this might be quicker for the video. So you could use Dollar Tree. You can also just use some packaging like cardboard and glue it and make your own little foam pieces. I should do that sometime so you guys know what I'm talking about here. So we got that one. Now, do we want to have the flower raised again? I think so. So if we raise it, we want it about halfway. I think we'll use the littlest ones here. So after I get these done, I'm going to package them up, put them in some cellophane and put a bag topper on them. And then they'll be ready to send off to my swap partner. They had different things on the 3D one. They had beadables, and now I'm going to put glue on this other side. Just a little bit of glue on the edge. They had beadables and examples of all kinds of things that could be what they considered 3D. There we go. Now I also thought, I will get out, after I'm done with this, I will get out some of these beads, or these flatbacks, and I will put them around in different places. Like I always like to put one on the butterfly wing. That one's a little big. That one's a little small. That one's okay. That one's kind of nice. So I'll probably put two on there. Maybe two different sizes too. Two on there. And then I'll play with what colors I like to put some more beads on the edge here. And then I'm also going to add either a gold, I was thinking about up here, either a gold puffy heart or a silver puffy heart, like that. Something like that, and then a couple more beads over here. So that'll be my finish, and then I've got to find something for the pocket too. I might put another butterfly in. I think that's really pretty how that kind of comes out like that. So anyways, I just thought I'd share what I was doing, what was on my crafting table today. And like I said, I hope you guys are having a great crafting day, and thank you so much for stopping by. You take care.